Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel if you're new, welcome back if you aren't. Today we have one of the fan favorite archetypes from GOAT format. We got Amazonas. So let's get straight into it. By the way, if you guys like GOAT format, Edison format, Tengu plant, or even hat format, or any of the old school formats, we do them all here. So join us for further content. Well, let's get straight into this fan favorite Amazonas deck for GOAT format. To start with, we're playing the 3 Amazonas Swordswomen. This one is pretty straightforward. It says that all battle damage this card's controller takes goes to your opponent instead. So you can attack into a BLS, something like that, and take 1500. It's pretty good. And then we're going to play 3 Amazonas Paladin. Amazonas Paladin says that the attack of this monster increases by 100 points for each monster on our side of the field that includes Amazonas in its name. So that includes itself. So when it hits the field, it immediately goes to 1800. Alright. Condense these a little. Next up, we're going to play the 3 Amazonas Chainmaster. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you pay 1500 life points, look at your opponent's hand, and then add 1 monster from their hand to your hand. So that is a very unique archetype, unique mechanic that we don't really see too much anymore. The idea of taking an opponent's card and putting your hand is just kind of weird, especially with people using different color sleeves. It's pretty obvious to tell which one's which. And then to finish off the Amazonas monsters, we have 2 Amazonas Fighter and 2 Amazonas Tiger. Amazonas Fighter is kind of the opposite of Swordswoman. It just says that any battle damage this card's controller takes becomes 0, so it doesn't take battle damage. And then Tiger equips 2 Amazonas monsters, but you can only control 1 Tiger at a time, so that's why we're only playing 2, because it is a good card, but 3 might be a little too bricky, playing too many copies of it. It increases the attack of the monster by 400 points for each monster on your side of the field that includes Amazonas and its name. As long as the card remains face up on the field, your opponent cannot select another monster on your side of the field that includes Amazonas and its name as an attack target. So it becomes really big, and then your opponent can't attack anybody except for him. So that's really good. That's it for the Amazonas monsters. We do have some generic Earth support, Warrior support kind of stuff. So let's show you that. So we got 2 Gigantes. Gigantes obviously says that he destroys all spells and traps on the field when he's destroyed by battle. But in order to summon him, you have to banish a Earth monster, which is really easy to do since pretty much everything here is Earth. For the recruiting power, we're going to play 3 Giant Rat. Giant Rat's going to allow us to get pretty much all these Amazonas names except for Paladin. But Tiger, Fighter, Swordswoman, or Chainmaster are all fair game, or another copy of Giant Rat. And then to round off the Earths, we have more good Giant Rat targets. We have the 1 Fairy Lily and the 1 Exiled Force. Obviously, both are limited to 1. Very good cards in the format. Some of the best generic Earth monsters that we could put in the deck. So that's pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with the ratios there for the Amazonas lineup and the generic Earth monsters. Let's get into the spells and traps. Okay, here we go. We're playing 2 Gaia Power and 1 Terraforming. Anytime I can, I'll play just 2 and 1. That's basically the same as playing 3, as well as having a little bit of deck thinning power, which I find very useful in thinning the deck to have better odds of drawing into power cards, which I much prefer over just straight up drawing 3. I will play the Terraforming in conjunction with 3 if the field spell is very crucial to winning, but the attack gain is not that crucial. It's just keeping with the theme and actually does make them pretty strong, so we do like that. But maybe decks like the Fish one with Age of Legendary Ocean or Gravekeepers with Necro Valley, it's a little more crucial, but generally speaking, if I'm only trying to play 3, it's going to be 2 and 1 always. For the power one-ofs, we have the Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity, and Delinquent Duo, Snatch Steal, Premature Burial, Heavy Storm, and MST. Can't leave home without them. These are all pretty good. Not everybody plays Premature Burial, but Heavy Storm, MST, these are all pretty standard in almost every deck in Go format. So, yep, that's it for the spells. For the traps, we have a couple that are specific to the Amazoness archetype. We're going to be playing 2 Amazoness Archers. It says you can only activate this card when your opponent declares an attack, and there's a monster on your side of the field that includes Amazoness in its name. All monsters on your opponent's side of the field are changed to a face-up attack position. Flip effects are not activated, so this is really good against decks like Chaos Turbo, or I guess Empty Jar too if you play that. But and it says they have to attack. As long as they remain face-up on the field, their attacks are decreased by 500 points. And like I said, your opponent must attack with all monsters. So this plays well into the fact that Gaia power increases our monsters' attacks. And then we have monsters that say that we don't take battle damage or they take battle damage. There's a lot of synergy in that regard. To round off the traps, let's move these up a little out of the way. We got Mirror Force, Rain Instruction, and Torrential Tribute. These are going to be some of the best generic one-ofs in the format. Not much to say about them. We got Call of the Haunted, 2 Solemn Judgment, and Socrates Armor. Just kind of a, not too much emphasis on battle traps, not too much emphasis on making sure our plays go through. Just kind of a balanced ratio between the two. This deck does pretty good on its own, being beaters, so you don't have to play too many back row. And then we do have some ability to blow up back row with the Gigantes, so we just want to kind of balance it out. If you play too much Socrates Armor, it might never come up because your monster's too big. And you play too much Solemn Judgment, might not be a huge factor because Gigantes is blowing up the back row. So a little bit of a balance between the two. If you guys have any changes that you would make or suggestions, let me know down below. Again, if you guys like Goat format, Edison, Tengu, Hat, all the old school formats, subscribe, like the video. We appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.